everyone! Good evening, Philippines! Welcome to the virtual preliminary question and answer portion of the Mr. Landscapes Philippines 2021. In this category, 9 handsome gentlemen vying for the crown of Mr. Landscapes Philippines will be showcasing their wit and intelligence in answering the question. So ladies and gentlemen, I am Marlo Arconilla, your reigning Mr. City of Smiles 2020, and I'll be your moderator for this evening. And for the information of everybody, this preliminary question and answer portion is just 15% of the total score. So our candidates will be scored according to the following criteria. Content of the answer, 5%. Appropriateness of the answer, 5%. And confidence to answer the question, 5%. For the total of 15%. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, our criteria for this competition. And here with me tonight is the Mr. City of Smiles in charge, Mr. Bobby Bentulan. And together with our editor, Mr. Kin Ryan Yanko. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, our competition is not complete without the person who will play a great role in this competition. So ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you our board of judges. So our first judge is a model and the marketing director and a licensed pharmacist in Darwin, Australia. Our first judge is Miss Claribel Tiwari.
Good evening. I'm excited for your thoughts tonight, not because I want to see you trample and fall, but I wanna see or I wanna get to know better our next Mr. Landscape Philippines. Just a tip: be yourself and speak from the heart.
And now, our second judge. Our second judge is the owner of La Fabulosa Weddings and Events and Catering Services located at Negros Occidental. Our second judge is Mr. Idel Espiritu.
Good evening, everyone. Nice to see you all, and I'm very excited for this pageant. And thank you, Sir Lara, for having me here. So we'll see later the result. Thank you.
And now, our third judge. Our third judge is a businesswoman from Bacolod City, Negros Occidental. Our third judge is Miss Pamela Pama.
Good evening. Good luck, everyone. Thank you, Sir Larry, for having me as one of the judges.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, our fourth judge and the chairman of the board of judges is the former managing director of LIP. Our fourth judge is none other than Mr. Bart Villegas.
Magandang gabi, mayong gabi in Ilonggo, or mayong gabi in Ilonggo, mayong gabi in Bisaya, naimbag na rabi in Ilocano, or good evening in English. We want to know you more, guys, in tonight's interview, so walang tama or mali in your answers. All you need to do is be yourself, speak from your heart with confidence. The best of luck to all of you.
And here with me also is the Vice President of the LIP, Mr. Chris Herman. And of course, the National Director of Mr. Landscapes Philippines, Mr. Larry Medes.
I would like to welcome all the candidates and of course my dear judges. What I'm going to advise to the candidates, just be yourself in answering the question. Speak from the heart. That will be my best tip for you. I'm sure you can express yourself effectively. Good luck to all of you.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let me present to you our 9 handsome candidates. Starting off with candidate number 1, Candidate number 1 is from the city of Manila, Mr. Ali Ajroch. Candidate number 2. Candidate number 2 is from the city of Cebu, Mr. Andro Piensenabes. And candidate number 3. Candidate number 3 is from the city of Talisay, Negros Occidental, Mr. Alex Valenzuela. Candidate number 4. Candidate number 4 is from the province of La Union, Mr. Steve Allen Campus. And now our candidate number 5. Candidate number 5 is Ronald Earljan Vasquez from the city of Cebu. And candidate number 6. Candidate number 6 is from the city of Bacolod, Mr. Mark Napinas. Candidate number 7. Candidate number 7 is Mr. J. Mark Becaro from the city of Bacolod. And candidate number 8. Candidate number 8 is from the province of Laguna, Mr. John David Dogma. The last but not the least, our candidate number 9. Candidate number 9 is from the city of La Carlota, Mr. Jezreel Jul Haboneta. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, our candidates who is vying for the crown of Mr. Landscapes Philippines. Mr. Landscapes Philippines advocates for racial equality, healthy lifestyle, and ecotourism, aim to discover young men who are compassionate, sincere, witty, and good-looking with great physique, who is known to be an ideal man. So ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Landscapes Philippines is not just finding an ideal man, but it exists with a purpose. So now, we will start our preliminary question and answer portion, starting with our candidate number 1, Mr. Ali Ajroch.
Hello, Ali.
Hello. Yes, hello, good evening, sir.
Okay,
Very good.
So,
Good evening.
marunong ka ba mag-Tagalog, Ali?
Opo, konti lang po.
Okay, good. You are half Filipino and half Lebanese.
Yes, sir.
Philippines parents mo, sino yung Lebanese?
Sorry, sir, come again.
Sino ba yung Filipino at saka Lebanese among your parents?
Oh, my mom is a Filipina and my father is Lebanese.
Okay, good. So how long have you been staying here in the Philippines and how long have you been staying in Lebanon?
I've actually been staying here in the Philippines for almost 7 years now, and the rest of my life I grew up in Lebanon, but I've been coming here to the Philippines like every other time when I was young. Then 7 years ago, I actually came here and I decided to live here instead.
Oh, that's good. All right, so here is your official question. Right, just bear in mind though that ang interview ngayong gabi is more on knowing our candidates, right? And
Yes, sir.
walang tama or mali sa mga sagot ninyo, ha? Just
Yes,
be
sir.
yourself, speak from your heart with confidence. All right.
All right.
So here is your question. Ali, what makes you the most proud of your home countries? Ulitin ha. What makes
Yes,
you
sir.
the most proud of your countries, of your home countries, Philippines and Lebanon?
What actually make me very proud about my home countries, Philippines and Lebanon, as in I'm coming from a Filipino-Lebanese community that have been created back in Lebanon ever since the 90s, and it's been full of love and full of support from both countries. And I really love the Filipinos and as well my Lebanese people as well. I love them so much from the bottom of my heart, since they have always been there for me, been supporting me ever since I've been trying to pursue my dreams. And yes, here I am today, doing it all for me.
Thank you, Ali. That's very well said. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, Ali, for a wonderful question. So, my advice for you is that continue to pursue your dreams because I believe that you can make it. Okay,
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Also, thank you so much. At this moment, let us all welcome our candidate number 5, Mr. Ronald Earljan Vasquez.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good evening, Ronald. How are you?
Hi, good evening, sir. Good evening to Philippines and good afternoon to UAE. Doing great, sir. How about you?
Okay, I'm good. So, try to imagine that you are with the crowd tonight. So, what can you say to your dear supporters?
I just wanted to thank first my mom and to all the kabayan here in UAE for supporting me all throughout the event, especially for the People's Choice Award for voting online through email, and for all the supporters. I can't mention you one by one, but I would like to thank you with all of my heart, and that's it, sir.
Okay, very good. So, I know that your supporters are so proud of you. So, I think you're ready now. So, candidate number 5, the judge that we're gonna ask you is our judge number 2, Mr. Idel Espirito. So, candidate number 5, you'll be given 2 to 3 minutes to answer the question. So, your timer starts the moment the judge is done asking the question. So, sir,
Sir.
you can now have the moment.
Good evening, Ronald.
Hi, sir. Good evening.
How is it so far?
Doing great. A little bit nervous, but I think I can make it. I hope so.
Okay, okay. So it's okay though. So here's my question.
Okay, sir.
So are you living with with your parents as of the moment, right?
No, sir. I'm currently on my own now. I am here in United Arab Emirates. I am working as an OFW.
Okay. So I suppose you love your parents so well. You love very much your
Mostly,
parents.
I think all of us, sir, really. Even though that there are some instances, like
Okay.
not direct connection with any of the family, but still, there are families. So our hearts are connected, even though we're not having conversation daily.
Okay, so there you go. Here's your question. If you are going to marry tomorrow or someday, what are the qualities of your mother that you want to have in your future wife? And why?
I beg your pardon, sir. Can you repeat the question again?
If you are going to marry very soon, what are the qualities of your mother that you like to have in your future wife?
I see. Thank you very much for the brilliant question, sir. If I'm going to choose, let's just say 5 characteristics that my mom has that I wanted to have my future wife, that will be first the emotional strength that she needs to have. Like, because my mom, she raised me all alone. She stood there for me as a father and a mother at the same time. So that's one quality. Second, the bravery. So the ability to face the trials and difficulties in life, not giving up easily. And the third one, that will be the loving. Of course, as a mother, all mothers are loving, caring, and they tend to attend first to their child's needs. And the fourth one, that will be being able to handle situations, like being a multitasker. So just like my mom, as I've said a while ago, she is, I mean, a mother, breadwinner to the family as well. So not only for me, because she also supported all my cousins regarding about the studies and the fees that they need. And lastly, a quality that I wanted to have that my mother has and I wanted to have to my wife is being there, like being able to endure all the pains, the difficulties and obstacles in life. Because one thing is for sure, I think that is the most important thing in a relationship. As long as you can endure things, even though how painful or how great the problem is, being there for one another will always be the solution to fix the relationship. And I think that will be all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Great
Thank
answer.
you. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, thank you so much, Sir Idel, and thank you so much. And now let's move on to our candidate number 3, Mr. Alex Valenzuela. Hi,
Magandang
Alex.
gabi po sa inyo. Magandang gabi po.
How are you, Alex?
Okay naman po.
Good to hear that you're okay. So I think, Alex, you are now ready to hear your question. So the judge that we're gonna ask
Hindi na po.
is judge number 2, Mr. Idel Espiritu. So candidate number 3, you'll be given 2 to 3 minutes to answer the question. So your timer starts the moment the judge is done asking the question. So Sir Idel, you can now ask your question.
Thank you, Marlo. Alex, how are you?
I'm fine, sir.
So do you have any preparations sa pageant, or you go to the gym or something like that?
Every other day lang, sir, kasi busy po ako sa trabaho.
Okay. So let me read your question. So one is, I heard that you are working as waiter in one of the Kate Negros. So what are the values and lessons you have learned in your work that you can apply in your daily life?
Ang natutunan ko po bilang waiter ay sa pagpupunas ng lamesa at mga plato. At naging natutunan ko rin po maging responsable sa aking sarili, independent. At natutunan ko rin anong meron tayong importante sa ating buhay ngayon. At maraming salamat po.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Sir Idel, and also Alex. So thank you for your answer. So we all know that our work can be one of the factors that can let us grow as well. Okay, so good luck, Alex, and don't stop dreaming, for the rainbow is ahead of you. Have our
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Hello, Mar. Good evening.
Okay man, sir.
Okay, good.
Yes, I'm good.
Can you hear me clear? Loud and clear? Mark, my question will revolve around the COVID-19 pandemic. So,
Yes.
although the pandemic COVID-19 has negative impact to all of us, it has given us also the opportunity to reevaluate ourselves. Altogether, we can prevent the spread of the virus by observing the health protocols mandated by the Department of Health. So, tanong ko sa iyo, Mark, do you wear your face mask and face shield every time you go out of your house?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's good. I hope you also observe social distancing, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, so gusto ko lang mawala yung kaba mo if there is any kaba in you right now. Okay? So
Okay,
let's
sir.
go to your official question. Okay?
Yes, yes, sir.
May kaba
I'm
pa
ready.
ba?
Light lang, sir.
Mark, okay, good. So this is your question, Mark. If there is one realization you have made in your life during the COVID-19 pandemic, what was it and why?
Okay, sir. Please repeat the question, sir.
All right. If there is one realization you have made in your life during the COVID-19 pandemic, what was it? Why? Yung realization.
Okay, sir. I have earned during the COVID-19 pandemic is the importance and love of family. So it is during the pandemic that I cared too much for them, and I was been afraid to go out that I might carry with me the virus when I go back home. I realized that it is my family who will never leave me and whom I can rely on even when I get sick of the virus. During the pandemic, I came to be more closer and loving to each member of our household. It is during this COVID-19 pandemic that I have realized that loving and giving priority to our family is giving priority to our God. That's all. Thank you.
Very good. Very well said, Mark. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much, Sir Bart, and thank you so much for that great answer, Mark. So we all know that COVID-19 brings a lot of realization to us, and may we live with that realization.
Yes.
So, and may you will bring home the bacon.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
Now let's move on to our candidate number 4, Mr. Steve Allen Campos. Hi, Steve. Good evening.
Hi, sir. Good evening.
So, Steve, is this your first time, or how many times have you joined a pageant already?
I have joined twice. This is my second time for national pageant. Sure.
Okay, it means that you already had an experience of the question and answer portion.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I think now you are ready. So the judge that we're gonna ask you is our judge number 1, Miss Claribel Tiwari. So Steve, you'll be given 2 to 3 minutes to answer the question. So your timer starts the moment the judge is done asking the question. So Miss Claribel, you can now have the moment.
Hello, Steve. Good evening.
Hi, ma'am. Good evening, too.
How are you?
I'm great now. A little bit of nervous.
How did you prepare for this part of the competition?
I prepared, I reviewed, I gathered myself, I focused myself that I should give and I should deliver my answer with my heart.
Okay. Can you remind me again in which part of the Philippines are you from?
I am Steve Apos from the province of La Union, ma'am.
La Union. You were born and grew up in La Union?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what are you? This is my official question. Since Mr. Landscapes Philippines winner will be representing the Philippines in the international pageant, how will you promote your town, La Union, or the Philippines to the other candidates?
Thank you for that question, ma'am. I believe that my province, La Union, has a lot to offer. Number one in that is my province is known as the surfing capital of the North, which is located in the northern part of the Philippines. I would like to offer the cultivation of our grapes, wherein we produce our own grapes and our own wine. That is a local product, one local product of the municipalities of the La Union. Secondly, I would like to promote the surfing in the La Union because we have this long range in our region that composes the poetic sunsets in the afternoon, and you have a great waves after, and then you can have the social life at the night. Secondly, we offer the third and the last, we offer agritourism, which is timely and relevant, I think. Agritourism that we offer is from farm to table. We grow and a certain restaurant, we grow there the from farm to table. We offer that, ma'am. And then lastly, we have the Philippines. I would like offer internationally because we composes of different cultures and traditions that is very unique in our country, among others.
All right. Thank you, Steve. It seems like you did your research, especially with your hometown, and you're
Definitely.
very proud of it. All right. Thank you and good luck.
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
Miss Claribel, and thank you so much, Steve. So I also believe, Steve, that every town has something in which we can say that we are proud of. No, so congratulations, and Steve, and may the stars and the moon will align. Thank you, Steve.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Have a great day ahead.
And now let's have our candidate number 7, Mr. J. Mark.
Hello, sir. Good evening. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. So, J. Mark, I can see in your current post on social media that you are really preparing for this pageant. So, except for developing your body structure, what are some of your preparations?
Thank you, sir, for asking that question. I have a lot of this preparations to this kind of pageant because this is actually considered one of the prestigious pageants here in the Philippines. And I will always make sure that I reuse and I have myself updated of current events. So that whatever questions that's going to throw by the with the pageant juries like you, I am prepared, and I always make sure that I'm strict to my diet because this pageant is not just about being intelligent or being witty, but it's also about the looks. It is also about the good looks and the confidence of each candidate. And those are things that I am doing right now, making sure that I exercise every day and I get myself updated of everything that's happening around us.
Oh, okay, wow. So I think, J. Mark, it's not yet your final question. So I think with that preparations, you are now ready for your question. So the judge that we're gonna ask you is our judge number 3, Miss Pamela Pama. So J. Mark, you'll be given 2 to 3 minutes to answer your question. So your time starts the moment the judge is done asking the question. So Miss Pam, you can now have the moment.
Hi, J. Mark. Good evening.
Good evening, Miss Pam.
Yes. Are you from Bacolod?
Yes, ma'am. Bacolod City.
Okay, so here's my question, sir. What makes you different from other candidates competing tonight?
I think what makes me different is that I am an optimistic person. I don't just easily giving up in my dreams. I consider myself as an ambitious person, but I always make sure that reaching those dreams, I am not stepping in someone else's shoes. I always make sure that I do it for myself. Let's say, for example, this competition, I prepared a lot, and I always make sure that I am updated, as what I have said a while ago. And being that way and being optimistic can actually give you an edge to get the crown that you want, or to get whatever. If it's not about this pageant, you can get it can help you get through in everything that you do in life. Just always make sure that you are positive and you have this sense of you are actually learning from different people as well, and you can actually get through whatever it is that you want in life. So being optimistic is the number one thing that you actually need to have in this type of pageant, this type of, in any competition, in this world, so that you can be able to be successful. That's it, miss.
Okay.
You're
thank
welcome.
you.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Pam. Very well said, Mark. So we are all
Thank you, sir.
unique, and every one of us has something that makes us differ from anyone. So good luck and
Thank you so
continue to aim for the crown, Mark.
All right.
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you. Bye.
Now let's move on to our candidate number 8, Mr. John Davy Dogma.
Good evening, everyone.
Hi, Davy. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
So Davy, is joining pageants is your passion or not?
It's my passion since my high school days, and of course, I'm a pageant enthusiast person.
Okay, so it's good to hear that it's your passion. So I think you are now ready for your question. So listen carefully to your question. So the judge that we're gonna ask you is judge number 3, Miss Pamela Pama. So John, you'll be given 2 to 3 minutes to answer the question. So the timer starts the moment the judge is then asking the question. So Miss Pam, you can now have the moment.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Hi, Sir John Davy.
Good evening, miss.
Good
Good evening,
evening. Okay. Do you speak Tagalog?
Okay, kaya ko po.
Okay. I think you're from Laguna.
Yes po.
Okay. Kamusta, sir? Ano yung status ng city niyo dyan?
Well, at the moment po, it's not that really good, but somehow we're making things up better naman po.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so here's my question, sir.
Yes.
As an individual citizen, how will you help our government in fighting against the spread of COVID-19?
I'm sorry.
Okay, I'll repeat. As an individual citizen, how will you help our government in fighting the spread of COVID-19?
Thank you for that wonderful question, Judge. Ladies and gentlemen, judges, good evening. As an individual, I can help the government fight this COVID-19 with, of course, spreading the words of the God. Of course, having faith in the Lord our God will always give us hope to face every every tomorrow that we face. And of course, we people need to unite, and by learning our mission that is to live Jesus within our hearts forever, we can have this faith that will always makes us strong, and of course give us people hope to think that we can survive this pandemic in everything we do. And that would be all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Pam, and thank you so much, Judge, for a wonderful answer. So I also believe that every one of us is the key to prevent the spreading of the virus. So congratulations in advance, John, and good luck to your journey towards the crown.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And now let's have our candidate number 9, Mr. Jezreel Jule Haboneta. Hi, Jezreel.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Jezreel. So, based on my research, you came from the drum beating city of beauty and dance, right?
Yes,
And
sir.
this
Yes.
So, are you proud that you are representing the whole people of your city?
So I can say that I am 100% proud. It's because at this young age, I represent my city with pleasure and a lot of confidence. Because based on what I know, me is the first La Carlateña who compete national stage in male pageant. So it's a big opportunity for me to represent my city as well.
Wow, nice to hear that, Jezreel. So, I think you are now ready for your questions. So, the judge that we're gonna ask you is our judge number 4, Mr. Bart Villegas. So, Jezreel, you'll be given 2 to 3 minutes to answer the question. Your timer will start the moment the judges is done asking the question. So, Sir Bart, you can now have the moment.
Hello, Jezreel. Kumusta?
Good evening po. Okay po. Okay, sobrang okay po. Pero little bit nervous po.
Okay, good. I hope ang nervyos mo kasi natanong ka na ni Marl. Anyway, I'll go directly to your question. Baka wala ka ulit no, sa online. I'll go directly to your question. What is the one thing that makes La Carlota City very unique from the rest of the cities in the Philippines? Why?
So first of all, I think the one thing that can make La Carlateñas different from other city here in Philippines, I think we have the best culture that we can offer to all over the Philippines, not just the Philippines, but into the world. We have our festival, which is the Pasalamat Festival. It shows that how La Carlateña is blessed by our mighty God. And it shows that we have a lot of cultures that we can offer and to educate some other people. And we're so proud of it to show to other people. Thank you.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, and thank you so much, Jezreel, for that question. So, good luck, Jezreel, for your journey towards the crown.
Thank you.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, our 9 handsome candidates in their question and answer portion. And this is already a proof that our candidates are not just good looking and charming, but they are all witty. And I'm sure that they're gonna rock the final competition. Before we end our competition, I would like to thank all the judges who spent their time with us tonight. And to our dearest candidates who showcase their abilities in answering the question. I would like also to thank our National Director, Mr. Larry Medes. To everyone, thank you so much. Mabuhay, Pilipinas!